And welcome to Access, your weekly guide to everything PlayStation. Coming up on this episode, we pick out the week's biggest news in our PlayStation briefing before hanging out and playing games with the Megathide lads at Bath Rugby. And we travel to London to take part in a Secretive Resistance-themed live theatre event. But first, get the Kleenex ready and set your emotion dials to nostalgic for our game of the week. It's the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection. If there's one thing PlayStation 2 classics Ico and Shadow of the Colossus taught us, it's that games don't always have to be about goals and guns and the smouldering remains of our enemies. Done right, riding a horse or simply holding hands can be as thrilling as any combination of explosions and football, and with much less clearing up to do afterwards. Which of course will be news to most of you, as both Ico and Colossus sold about 7 copies when originally released, you heathens. Now, though, you have a chance to atone for your sins, as the pair have been given a 3-dimensional high-definition makeover as part of the build-up to their spiritual sequel, upcoming PS3 title, The Last Guardian. As you'd expect, they look better than ever. Ico is the mysterious story of a small horned boy who must battle through a castle of puzzles and shadows with an otherworldly fairy princess. Everything from the tiled floors to the grand open-air towers looks sparkling, while the game's real draw remains the unique blend of ingenious mechanical puzzles and the heartwarming companionship shared by our heroes. Calling Yorda's name in the echoey, windswept courtyard still brings a happy, sad tear to our eye. Shadow of the Colossus is the follow-up to Ico, if not in a direct narrative way, then in terms of style and atmosphere. This time the focus is on a young man called Wanda and his horse Agro, as they charge around a green mountainous landscape fighting giant ancient creatures in order to resurrect a sacrificed girl. It's unlike anything else on PlayStation, and the visual scrub is even more effective here. Not only are the draw distances bigger, giving a better sense of the epic size of this world, but the 3D is exceptional, with the contrast between Wanda close to the camera and the huge colossi making for some exquisite perspective trickery. Above all else, Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are different. They're thoughtfully crafted, artfully designed, and come with an atmosphere of hushed fragility that makes them feel rare and precious. They're also both guaranteed to make you cry at least once, and look absolutely superb in high definition. So, it's a must-buy. Not least so that if anyone ever tries to tell you that games can't do art, you can grab them forcefully by the shoulders and make them eat the box of this superb collection. For Yorda! Time now for your PlayStation briefing, a 90-second run-through of the week's hottest stories. So what would you do with biceps of carbon-reinforced nanofibre? Protect the innocent? Bend lampposts into amusing shapes? How about throwing a big wooden crate at a strolling man? High-spec shooter Crisis, dropping onto PSN next month, chooses option 3. The former PC exclusive has undergone a lighting overhaul and a full 3D makeover for its console debut. I might even slip into a nanosuit myself.
Now that I'd like to see.
Shh, later. Snake! Snake! Oh, for the love of convoluted plotlines, stop jumping off stuff. Although jumping onto PlayStation Vita is fine, which is exactly what the Metal Gear Solid HD collection has gone and done, as announced by Hideo Kojima himself at the Tokyo Game Show. It's not just the pixel count of Snake's tash that's been improved either. Now you can finally earn trophies for your stealthy escapades. Make sure to check back next week for an InfoCram TGS blowout. On to hot transfer news, namely Pro Evolution Soccer 2012 ditching poster boy Lionel Messi in favour of Real Madrid's well-oiled goal machine Cristiano Ronaldo. Apparently the Portuguese winger embodies the spirit of the new Pez. We're guessing they mean the huge goal boots rather than all the preening and diving. That was your PlayStation briefing. We'll be back with more freshly baked news cakes next week. Time now for our weekly look at what's happening on the PlayStation Store. Cranking up the action and the swear count is potty-mouthed first-person bloodletter Bulletstorm, available for download today. This is a balls-out extravaganza of squelchy uber violence, which gives gritty realism a walloping boot in the plums and then calls its mother a fatty. Yeah.
What the f***?
Yes, the gruesome skill shots are heaps of fun, but the creative insults are even better.
Namby-pamby, sucks.
Yeah, your mum. Replacing cuss-heavy insults with trancey melody is Rhythm Action A Child of Eden, which looks a lot like if someone unscrewed our heads and poured in a cocktail of boppy techno and lots of blue. It's available to download now and is the first game to let you blow up a whale made of disco lights with a PlayStation Move motion controller. The first of many, we hope. Making a fat, cartoony swing onto the store is side-scrolling puzzler Rochard, which sees the titular asteroid mining hero fending off space pirates using a gravity gun and his very best Tarzan impression. It's an ideal way to shed some of that excess brain flab. Lastly, onto the video store, and sailing its merry way onto PS3 is sword-swinging sequel Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Orlando and Kira may have jumped ship, but the sultry Penelope Cruz steps into the eye candy breach alongside lovable rogue Jack Sparrow.
There should be a captain in there somewhere.
Yeah, alright, pretty boy. While On Stranger Tides may not scale the heights of the first Pirates movie, it's leagues ahead of the awful 2 and 3 and recaptures some of the original swash and yar. So, Johnny, up for Pirates 5?
I will not be doing it again.
And I'm a mermaid's aunt. Just like that, Sweet Chariot, the Rugby World Cup is in full swing, and bulldozing its way towards your PS3 in rather timely fashion is Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge. We put the game to the ultimate test by giving the players at Bath Rugby a try at the game. Try? No, fine. As you can see, they're not taking this too seriously at all. So, what do you reckon, boys?
Right now, on the whole, really good fun and very realistic. I love some of the little skills they were pulling off. It was awesome.
I struggle with the tackling a bit, but I suppose I struggle with that in the real game as well.
Any areas of the game you'd like improved?
I was only rated 44 and Guy Mercer wasn't on the game. So, yeah, I think there's some kind of issues you might want to iron out there.
Oh, bless. Maybe we'll start a petition for some Guy Mercer DLC.
I imagine there'll be a few serious matches played online after I've made my character on the game. Edit player.
I'd like to download you, eh? Oh, that's it for your bonus level. And if we've whet your appetite for virtual egg chasing, you can pick up Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge on October the 7th. Welcome to Access All Areas, where this week we're in London for a very special Access Live event under Waterloo Station Arches. Here, eager PlayStation gamers were getting their hands on a collection of unreleased titles, including FIFA 12, Dark Souls and Ratchet & Clank All for One, while immersive theatre group Punch Drunk were pulling people from the crowd for a secretive interactive experience. Here's how it all went.
It's good to play all the games. There's a big variety of games on offer, so you don't often get the opportunity to go and play games without queues.
Journey was graphically beautiful. The gameplay was really fun.
She's the gamer.
Meanwhile, over by the dark depths of Punch Drunk's theatre event, we spoke to the group about what might be lurking through those doors.
What we've always done in our shows is concentrated on the individual audience member and putting them within the show in some context. Our piece is a prequel to the third game.
We can't really tell you what's going to happen to people because that would ruin the surprise.
Find a way out of here.
With our cameras confiscated at the door, we checked out the reaction of those who dared venture inside.
It was terrifying. It was cool. I felt like I was part of the game. Like you see a guy rising up from a bed that you just walked past. I just had to scream. We had tasks to do. We had levels to complete. It was very much about teamwork, staying on the ball. I'm still shaking.
Very mysterious. And another top night out at Access Live. Access events are happening across the UK in the next few weeks, including Bristol from the 29th of September with special guest Lethal Bizzle, and Manchester from the 6th to the 8th of October. Head over to facebook.com/PlayStation Access to find out more. That's almost all we have time for this week, but before we go, here's a quick look at our favourite thing in tropical zombie nightmare Dead Island. Arm yourself with a hammer and successfully stove in the heads of 5, 10, 15 undead nasties without taking any damage, and you'll be rewarded with this. Ba-dum, ba-dum, you can't touch this. Ba-dum, And break it down, zombies, break it down. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, don't forget to head over to facebook.com/PlayStation Access for more Access content.